Hello,
Oh,
everyone. I
hello.
I almost messed it up because I was trying to multitask on the other computer with chats and things, and it wasn't going so well. But anyway, hey Kayla. So tonight we're just gonna chat. We're not gonna talk anything specific. We're just gonna have a cool time. We're gonna stay positive and just hang out and drink whatever's in our cups. No one knows, but mine's a big cup if it's alcohol.
That's a fact.
Well, it'll make for a fun show. So anyway, how have your guys' day been?
Good. Busy. Been busy with work,
Yep. Work,
editing,
school.
working. No, I
Yeah.
don't do school. I don't do any of that.
Oh.
I did that a long time ago. I'm done with that.
I
I'm good again.
mean, I did it a long time ago too, but then went back again.
Mhm.
So,
It happens.
Yeah.
My day was fun. It was interesting. Lots of text
Yeah.
messages, lots of things going on. But hey,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a great day. All things are good.
Well, it's nighttime now, so I don't think the great day's over. So
that's true. Now we can have a great night
that's
That
right.
is
instead.
true.
And that's what we're gonna do now.
That's
Do
right.
either of you work tomorrow since it's Good Friday?
Yeah.
I work
on it.
tomorrow.
I do too, but
Yeah.
Brian doesn't work and Cameron has off school, so I'm pretty sure Brian's texting me. I think he's gonna go golfing tomorrow
I'm jealous. I am
at like
jealous.
6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. I can't read apparently,
Mhm.
but
The
so
law never sleeps.
huh?
The law never sleeps. I always
Oh,
have
I
to go
know.
to work.
Well, Nate and I need you to get on that thing we were talking about later or earlier, or at least tell us how to do it and figure it out.
I will point you in the right direction. How about that?
I like that. I can handle that for a minute. I do have to tell you that so Kayla is in the chat, and I had a hilarious conversation with Kayla earlier. So I was telling her about Rock Island because Kayla and I had done Rock Island Paracon, I think like 2 years ago. And hey, David. And so we were at Rock Island, like you do the Paracon, and then there's an investigation like afterward, like most of them. Oh, you were playing our video, one of you. I caught you.
I was getting
Wasn't
it
me.
on so I could see the comments,
I gotcha. So no,
Wait, how did you hear that though?
it came through your thing.
Did it really?
Yeah, that or I just have like supersonic hearing.
It wasn't loud, so I don't know.
Nate, you heard it right.
I heard it. Yeah.
Subsonic hearing over there.
So yeah, no. So Kayla and I were talking because she says she's prepared to be embarrassed, and she should be. I'm gonna tell her that. So we went to Rock Island and we were doing the investigation, and I think we were like on the second or third floor. And I'm telling you guys this because you're coming to Rock Island with me, and we're gonna have a great time.
Are we?
I mean, are you on Haunted Travel?
I mean, I saw the little post that was made, and I only saw Ashley's name on there, so I'm just saying.
Well, you're gonna be there too. People come see. But so we were on, I think it was the second or third floor, and it was we were investigating. It was just me and Kayla, and there were people like in the other part of the building. And the building's kind of high, right? It's got a couple different floors. And Kayla and I are standing in this hallway, and it's a long hallway that goes like this, and then like a long hallway that goes like this. So it looks like a T. And I am standing there, and I look down the hallway, and I see like a woman, okay? And she looks very creepy, and she's standing there, and all of a sudden she like gets down on the floor, all floors. And I look at Kayla, and Kayla sees it. And I'm like, Kayla, she's gonna crawl at us, and she's gonna crawl fast. And Kayla's like, she better not. She better not. And this thing, I swear to God, it took off. It is the fastest crawling thing I've ever seen in my life. Takes off across the floor, just right? Made that noise too. And Kayla screams, starts yelling, F this, F this, F this, and runs and leaves me. And she runs not only away from me, but she runs down 3 flights of stairs and then out the building. And I had to go chase her into the parking lot and talk her into coming back in.
That's funny.
So
Kind of makes me think of the Monroe House and Tom yelling at us to go. Nate, go, Nate, go up the stairs.
I am never gonna live that down, am I?
No.
no, and like there's only one other location. Hey Ryan, there's only one other location that I've ever had something like crawl at me, and but it was on the ceiling, and that was with Christy Grissom, and we also ran at that point.
Yeah.
What kind of horror movies are you getting yourself into?
No, listen, I didn't run. Kayla ran and left. She ran and she left me, and I had to chase her out of the building into the parking lot. And when you guys are there in October, you're gonna see how long of a run that was. And like, I'm not joking. There were people on the first floor, like at the front desk. There were people standing around. Hey, Dan.
That's so mean what he just said. That's so mean. I'm so
What?
hurt. I'm so hurt by it.
I was like, what are you so hurt about?
He knows what I'm talking about. It's fine.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
is it that Dan?
Yeah, it's that Dan.
It's our Dan. But yeah, so she she ran past everybody at the front desk, and everyone just like looked. I'm like, don't worry, she's fine. She's fine. We're gonna go get her. And I cannot wait to take you guys to that floor and put you in that spot and see what happens.
I'm excited.
We should make Tom do a solo right there.
Yeah, I don't think I agreed to this. I don't think I agreed at all to this.
I think so. I like I said, I am super excited for Rock Island. I think it's gonna be great. And
let's see if I drive you anywhere after that.
I mean, listen. Kayla did say she was in fact not fine. She was. She survived. She made it home. She was okay. Oh, hey Rick.
That's not something you're used to seeing every day, you know.
Right. Yeah. And I can't. I mean, Kayla had been on investigations before, but I think that might have been the first time anything like charged at her. So it was pretty entertaining, at least for me. I thought
the way you described it too doesn't sound like something I'd want to stick around for either. To be honest.
Yeah.
How often? You can prepare yourself so much mentally until it actually happens to you. Like something starts crawling at you on the ground like that. What do you do? You're like, Tom, would you stick there and like just wait until it got to you? Or?
No, at that point it's I just have to outrun you guys at that point.
Yeah. Whoever's the slowest one, that's their problem then.
See, Rick votes for the solo for Tom.
Oh, good.
I think I second that.
Sure. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. But no, it was just funny. We were talking about it today, and I was like, I'm going to tell the boys about that since we're just chatting and like telling funny, weird stories and just hanging out, not doing anything crazy, but just being silly and positive and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody wants to join the conversation, just chat, let me know. I'll send you the link. You can just come in and cause a bunch of shenanigans with us.
I love shenanigans.
That is the most excited
I've been in a while. That is his favorite word. That's my best friend right there.
Ryan said he's going to leave Nick there and not tell him about what happened.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Ryan, you guys are going to Rock Island, aren't you? Hey, Holly. But, I don't know. You guys have any funny stories? I mean, aside from Tom saying...
I don't know. Kayla's saying she's still traumatized. I don't know about this anymore.
Funny stories. Funny, like paranormal funny?
Anything.
Or just funny, haha.
We're just a chill chat. Whatever.
Let's see. Well, we could talk. I mean, we could talk about kind of what we're doing lately.
Let's do it.
I mean,
what are we doing?
Well, I mean, we're finishing up the edits for 2 episodes for the Sirens for Spirit Realm.
Mm-hmm. One was handed in.
One was handed, although I think I have to take it back.
Can you do that?
Just real quick. I have to take it back.
You need the logo thing you didn't put on there, right?
I forgot a title, so no one knows what it is. But I mean, they would know it by the voiceover, but...
Yeah.
Kayla said send her the link. I think she's going to jump in.
She's going to come defend herself after you ran her name through the mud.
She has to defend herself. Now I gotta see if I can find the link on the other computer. Because
And then, obviously, the three of us have started a thing.
Yeah.
started a thing. You can talk about it.
Well, I didn't want to give too much away, you know.
Tell.
You know, our lovely haunted travels that we're doing.
Yes.
We're going to travel around and go to some awesome places.
And make Tom do solos.
Apparently.
Yes.
I still didn't agree to this. Well, I mean, technically, we already filmed one.
We
We
did.
did.
We should talk. Well, we can't talk too much about it because we do have Nick and Bree on next week.
And I don't want to, like, give away and,
Stuff,
you know, too much about...
Well, I mean, everybody, we were live there for a good hour when we were there.
I will say, Nick, I'm sorry if you're watching, but I cannot wait to see the bloopers from Nick's interview because you guys had Bree and I dying. Dying laughing.
That was a good time. That was many laughs were had.
Oh yeah, and just the whole Dairy Queen reference was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still can't figure out why a Dairy Queen. You know why?
She's jumping in. There she is.
Oh.
We can have up to 10 people, so if people want to chat, come on in. Let's make it a freaking party.
This is gonna be an awesome night now.
Do you want to defend yourself
jump
now?
in. Come on, I'm sending Ryan the link. That's it.
Everyone, join, everyone in.
Okay, for backtracking a little bit, Ashley did not. She did not say she was gonna run at me. She gave me no warning. She just said, "Kayla, put your back against the wall and watch down this dark hallway."
I'm pretty sure I said she's gonna come at us.
We have conflicting stories.
Yeah.
Believe the girl that didn't run.
You told me nothing. So after that.
No, see, I do believe that though. I do believe that because let me tell you about the couple of weeks ago when we were at State House.
In my defense, I was sleeping and I didn't know any better.
But you were totally awake when you told me that there was a little person standing in the hallway.
Yeah.
I do not remember speaking of such child.
Mm-hmm.
I slept through it, so it didn't bother me one bit. I don't know what you're talking about.
They in the corner snoring away.
Yep.
Ashley pops up and goes, "There's a boy in the hallway," and then lays back down and passes out. And I'm just sitting there in this air mattress that doesn't even fit because it was only a twin. My feet are hanging off this thing, and I'm just staring at this hallway like, oh no.
No, the best part about all of that, we have to tell the whole story. So Tom hates when we sleep at locations. So Nate and I were always like, what the hell? We'll stay. We don't care. So Tom had booked himself a hotel. He booked himself a hotel. But I would say, Nate, like halfway through the night, Tom's like, I'm not going to the hotel. I'm going to stay here. However, he had no pillow, no blanket, no bed.
Nope.
So Nate was sweet enough to offer him an air mattress, and Nate took the couch, and I had the other mattress, and Tom had his coat as a blanket. And then every time he moved, the air mattress would squeak because it was only a twin.
And it was shoved up against an end table because it didn't even fit all the way in the living room.
It's true.
Can I tell the story about what happened when Ashley went to the bathroom, Tom? I was awake, but like half asleep, and I made sure Ashley was in the bathroom, but I just see the cover go up, and I just hear him.
Ryan!
I saw the link. I was like, all right, I'll join.
Come join our shenanigans.
I'm just hanging out tonight, so.
People coming together, friends.
That's right.
Kayla's in the freaking cave of some sort.
It's not a cave. It's a little office room I have. It has light.
Remember, don't run.
I'm not going to run at my own house.
Ryan, have you ever ran?
No, but I've jumped really high to where I thought like I was gonna hit my head on the ceiling.
Okay, that's impressive.
And like almost passed out.
Wow,
That
what
happened because I had so much adrenaline going. I was like, it was at Crescent Sanatorium, and
I love Crescent.
we thought we heard
yeah.
there was like 2 feet of snow out there, and it had been there a while. So when you walk in the snow, you can hear the crunching. Well, we're in the orphanage part or whatever it was.
Yes.
Up on the second floor. It was, I still remember, you go up the stairs, make a right, last room on the right, and we hear walking. So I'm like, I'm trying to look out the window and I can't see anything. It's pitch black. So I'm like, Nick, give me a flashlight. Like, I'm going to check this out. And I put the flashlight up against the window and a figure all black just pops up right in my face. Yeah. And it made, it was like the only time I've ever seen anything like that before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like that.
And the
Yeah, it scared
at
the
me
shit out
the
of me.
first time I've ever seen anything. So I was like, I'm out.
I will say though, Crescent was amazing when we went there.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Crescent, and I want to go.
It was so good.
We had our friend Robert with us, or Bobbert as we like to call him, and I saw him jump really high too. Because me and Nate were inside. What building were we in?
We were in the
orphanage, right?
The big main building. Yeah.
We were on the first floor in like this caged-in closet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a janitor's closet.
Yep. And me and Nate were inside, and Bobbert was on the outside in the doorway, and something just banged the wall right next to his head. He flew into that closet so fast that he was like knocking us over.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great time.
Yeah.
No, because I'll embarrass Kayla.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
What part?
Beal.
Go for it. I don't care. Beal was totally fine.
We had a couple people with us. We're like, I'm a tourist and a foodie, so I love to eat. And we're like, we're going to go get dinner. So we go to this great pizza place. And then we go to Beal Manor. And we walk in and we do our tour. Carla's telling us everything. Now, Kayla looks at me and she whispers, she goes, Ashley, I think this place is haunted. And I was like, well, yeah. She goes, yeah, but she goes, I don't know if it's the ghost or the pizza. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, I'm either going to puke or shit myself and I don't know which one.
Oh, man.
And I started dying. I was like, either way, that's not good.
Nope.
And that was our first investigation together. So I'm like, okay, this girl's either going to puke or worse.
But you never forgot it.
That was the first time we met each other.
That was like within the first hour of meeting her, really, yeah. And then I was like, this girl's going to be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll never forget it.
Yeah, and then I think it was the same location. After she told me that, we ended up going to the attic and I almost passed out. And I'm like, okay, I think it's haunting. I don't think it's the pizza.
Hey,
could be the pizza.
Could be a haunted pizza.
Yeah.
It was a mac and cheese pizza. It was delicious.
Oh.
It was so good.
I'll take you guys when we go to
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How? What day are you getting there, Ash?
At Rock Island?
Yeah.
We're going Friday. What day are you guys going?
Well, I think we're either filming there the night before or because it's on a Saturday, right?
Yes, it's on a Saturday.
Yeah, so I have to check my calendar. We're either filming Friday or Thursday. I forget, but I think we're going to go Wednesday because I want to get another location when we're out there.
Have you been out there?
No.
Oh, it's really cool. It's at least for Kayla and I say, we had to go across this bridge, and it was really cool. We found this really awesome Italian place. The building is bigger than we thought it was, at least.
It's huge.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it. I just know that Candy was like, "Do you want to shoot a video here?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "We're there. I'm like, we might as well."
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Jesus, my kid's dying in the other room. It's fine. He'll be fine. He's just coughing.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
If I hear mommy, I'll just mute and go check. No, I think you guys are going to get a lot because I feel like Kayla and I were only there for a couple hours and there was just tons of stuff happening. And the building is so much bigger than what we expected it to be. And I think really all I know is that it used to be an old furniture store and possibly had like ties to the mob.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't know much.
It's cool because they have like a bunch of history up on the walls. Like all the halls are filled with like a part of history of it and like pictures and little like newspaper articles. So it's really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah, isn't it like a YMCA now or something like that?
Yeah, it is. And if they haven't like changed the inside of the building, like you walk in and there's kind of like a little, it almost, I don't know, looks like a gym area, Kayla, right? And then it like opens up in the back and then there's like a room that has like multiple rooms that are all big.
It's
and
like
then,
a maze.
yeah, it's like a maze, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
About the mannequin yet?
You can talk about the mannequin. That was all Nick and Bree.
I didn't even know they were like planning that though.
Angela. I love Angela.
Until you told me it.
So I just have to say, Angela, who's in the chat right now, is the whole reason I know Nate and Tom.
Basically, yeah.
Basically. I'm still mad I didn't get your Starbucks, but you know.
Yeah, these fools, the day they met me, tried to steal my Starbucks.
That's a crime. I'm surprised she didn't punch you.
I did not.
She didn't know
I'm
us, so
about
she knew
violence.
what she
I'm
thought
about
it
peace.
Yeah.
It was a benefit for a child, so
Yeah.
I don't think that would have looked good.
Yeah,
No.
it was the benefit in Buffalo for Shaylee, which was a great time. And I met these two hooligans, and I knew the first time I like messed with them, and they looked at me and like messed with me back. I'm like, oh, it's meant to be.
We got hooligans, we got shenanigans. This is a
Yeah.
great night.
The whole thing.
I'm about to. Angela, you want to come in too? Look, we can get up to 10 people. It can be a party. Don't you threaten me.
Everyone join. Everyone in.
Hey, it's about positivity.
Rick's in there too. Let's get Rick on too.
Rick? All right, we're just sending everybody. Hold on. I gotta find him. Mr. Barry, where are you?
He's on your stream if you're watching yours.
Yeah, I gotta send him in Facebook chat. Oh no.
I got a lot of Rick stuff on the thing behind me.
Bet you do.
Yeah, actually, he made that, and he put that together too. So
There we
Rick
go.
makes some pretty good stuff.
Tom, have you ever watched the thing with Heather and Katrina called Travel the Dead?
I started to watch it. I have not caught up with it recently.
You look like they're like equipment guy, and you're like a doppelganger.
I'm gonna
That's the first time I've heard that one. We've heard Sami Zayn a lot, a wrestler.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, that one's nonstop every time I go. But,
Tom, you should have been like, yeah, that's me.
If you would have said that, I would have believed you. So
Mm-hmm.
no, now I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and really look because I didn't really pay attention to everyone else on there. But
Here she. Look, now we got this beautiful lady too.
Oh.
see, now this is a party.
Uh-huh.
Once she comes in, of course it is.
Listen, I'm laid up in bed at the moment.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm all right. I did something to my back. I threw out my back.
Uh-oh.
Do we want to know how?
I rolled over. I woke up and I rolled over.
Wait, you got to come up with a better story.
I swear to God. I thought I had a kidney stone, and it wasn't a stone. I just rolled over.
That's how we know we're getting old.
Funny, yeah.
That's 35,
Yeah.
baby. That's
Oh
35.
my God, 35, you baby.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
When you hit 40, it gets worse.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So hi, y'all. Hi.
Hey. So, why don't we all go around and talk about what we do? Because everybody here is technically in the paranormal.
Do you mean what we do outside of the paranormal, or?
Well, I mean, No, unless you want to.
Or what do we
promote
do in
yourself a
the
different
pit?
way?
I mean,
I mean,
well, I didn't know if you meant like our day
Ryan wants to
jobs.
tell us that he's got like a strip
Come on,
club that
nobody
he
cares
works
about
at.
my
That's
job.
fine.
Yep.
I don't judge. Hey,
We listen and we don't judge.
that's right.
Nate's got a bag of quarters. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He better
Wow.
not take that to a strip club. I think they
Quarters?
would be offended.
Hey.
That's
Time
called
to time.
that's
Money's
called
money.
making it hail.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
Just like a little coin slot.
Yee.
Times are tough. Tariffs are affecting everybody.
That's
There's
right.
that too.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers, man. I mean, hey,
I guess a quarter's a quarter. So
it's a quarter. I was gonna say the saying, but I'm gonna end up getting blocked from Facebook.
You just see someone
Yeah.
like, yo, how much for a dance? The whole roll. Okay.
A roll of
And
quarters.
it's like in the like cardboard thing.
just throwing it up.
Like
at
you
him.
get in an arcade.
Well, my
Where's
husband
Rick?
has this saying. Hopefully, I don't get banned. But he always says, "If you need money, just go suck dick for quarters on the corner." So when Tom and Nate were coming over for something, and Brian was like, "I'm gonna have to start sucking for quarters," and Nate goes, "I got a whole bag."
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brian
Before I
was
even met him.
yeah, he was like, $20 is $20. I mean,
I mean, hey. So is anyone else local besides Tom and Nate?
I'm
I
Ohio.
think it's just the three of us.
I know that. Just us three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kayla's Columbus, Ohio.
Sorry to
Until
hear that.
November, and then I'm closer to you.
That's true. That's true. Ryan, where are you from?
New Jersey.
New
Ah.
Jersey.
Ah,
Oh, you're far.
I used
Yeah.
to live in
Fucking
Jersey.
all the way to Rock Island.
That's
Yeah,
gotta
so-
be.
We had a plan to fly, but I don't like flying to begin with. And now with all the stuff going on with the
Yeah.
planes, I'm like, I think I might just take an extra vacation day and
Yeah.
drive.
That's a long drive because I know Kayla and I drove it, and it was like what 8
11.
hours from my house, and that's
Yeah, it was
Akron.
11 for me, so it was probably 9 for your house because it's 2-hour difference right
Yeah.
To Jersey or to here?
No,
To
to
Rock Island.
Oh,
I'm looking right now how long it's going to take.
oh, me and Nate gotta drive that
14
too.
hours.
14.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
I was telling Rob because Rob's like obviously bringing like a lot of stuff with him. I might just ride with him and then like split up the drive and everything with everybody. That
That's what we
the best way
did.
to do it. What, Kayla?
I said that's what we did. We split up the driving pretty well.
Yeah, that's a long drive to do by yourself. I think the longest I did was 17 and a half to Louisiana.
Oh goodness. Just don't stop in Gary, Indiana. We almost fell asleep.
I walked in that gas station with 3 knives on me. I was like freaking Tomb Raider. ready to go.
Wait, the one we stopped at, like the next town over?
Yeah, remember we were the only females in the whole freaking town. I literally had a knife anywhere I could put one. That sounded
that's
weird,
why I
but
carry.
Yeah.
I carry everywhere.
is it Gary, Indiana? Isn't that where the demon house was?
Actually, it sounds about right.
I
I'm
don't
pretty sure it was because I recognize that town.
Sounds familiar.
It has maybe. I just know everybody around here knows the town for being a little.
like
Yeah, no, it's definitely a rough town. Yeah, it has to be.
It's funny. I took a train from Buffalo to Chicago, and it runs through Gary, Indiana. And I remember them giving you like a warning if you were to get off if it stopped there, and you
What?
get like a warning.
Like,
Yeah, it was Gary, Indiana.
It's like a rough little city
Yeah.
and very poor area.
See, and you guys make fun of Ohio. We ain't that bad.
Listen, we make fun of Ohio because it's never ending.
It's
Well,
flat.
there's
There's
that.
nothing to see.
I honestly didn't think it was
Right
real.
like this.
all we
Yeah, I
had
like
was,
Ohio. I
like,
got a lot of family in Cincinnati, man. I spent lots of summers in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long
Yeah, the
drive.
drivers are crazy too.
Did you know that they don't have like inspections on their cars in Ohio? Did you know that?
No, they
Angela?
don't.
Okay.
No, I did not.
No,
They
Yeah,
don't have
now
to
you
get their
do.
cars inspected.
No, we were driving to the state house, and we were just conversing. I don't even know what about. And they were upset because like we have like e-check, but it's only in certain counties, and that's it. And they were talking about how New York, you have to get your car checked, and you got to pay for it, and all that. And we don't have any of that.
What the hell is e-check?
Guess what we said.
Like,
Ow.
it just basically like make sure you're not putting too much like exhaust into the environment.
I'm assuming it's like an emissions check.
Yeah.
That's in
Right.
Ohio?
Yeah.
Wait, you guys
It's
don't
Ohio,
have
yeah,
you
but
guys
it's
don't have to
like
get your
only-
cars inspected?
No.
That's why there's so many broke down on the highway.
Yeah.
I've lived in Ohio for 30 years now, and I've never seen an e-check.
Well, you gotta remember, I grew up in Akron, which is a city. So like
That's
Akron, like like Summit has e-check, and you have to like get your car e-checked or you can't drive it. But like
Yeah.
where I live now, which is only 10 minutes, 20 minutes south, like we don't have to do it here.
That's so weird.
Caleb's driving illegally now.
Whoops. My bad.
That's why there's so many cars on the highway. Broken down.
Broken down.
Yeah,
There
and
is a
then
lot.
These two, every time
We
we
just
have
get
to
checked for the sticker in our window. If it's the right color or not. You're getting
Yep.
you're getting a turnaround real quick.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't have that at all.
My husband's grandpa used to go over on his inspections, so he would have like a multicolor of hats across his dashboard, and whatever color was specific to the tag that year, he would put up in front of his window.
That's a good way to do it.
Right? Well, I mean, my husband's a mechanic, so I mean, my
Yeah.
car's not inspected. That's really odd.
That's not
However, I have needed an oil change for quite some time now.
Well, tell them to get on it.
He says, I got the stuff. I said, cool. How about it?
Hop on it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, mine's still sitting at a dealer.
Why?
My electric battery blew up
Well, why would you not bring it to me, to my husband? Silly
because
goose.
it's GM's has to do the warranty on it. Not a car battery, the electric battery.
Yeah,
it's
my
an
husband
electric-
works on those too.
Oh,
I mean, he would do it through West Her though.
mine went to Kaipo out in Ransomville.
Ransom.
Ransomville.
Ransomville.
Yeah. They've had it since the end of January.
Jesus.
They can't get a battery.
My gosh.
Well, text me. We'll talk about that.
Blame the ghost. That's what every time something
It's
happens
a ghost
here,
in the car.
yeah, just blame the ghost. Every time something happens, someone's like, "You brought something home."
Mhm.
I'm like,
No,
"Oh,
but can we talk about the car they gave me as a rental?
Yes. We drove.
So for the first 2 months, I had just a Chevy Equinox they gave me as a rental, right? Well, apparently, according to GM, you can only keep their rental cars for 60 days, and you have to turn it in and get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So a month ago, I turned it in, and they gave me a 2025 Chevy Silverado electric. That's $100,000.
Yep.
And then they
And I'm
shoved
like,
me in the back with all of the equipment
why?
for 3.5 hours.
That sounds fun.
Mm.
It was.
It was-
They
It
gave
was
me
very spacious, okay?
And the damn thing drove itself. Like, what more do you
True,
want?
It
Yeah.
really did.
Are we gonna carpool in June, boys?
What's June?
Oh yeah.
June 14th? Wildwood?
Wow.
Wildwood.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Nathan's,
Gotta remind me because I don't
Wait,
remember.
I think I forgot too.
Yeah.
Come on now. Fine. You know
Yeah.
what? Just forget about me because I don't investigate so much anymore. It's fine. I'll just be over
Look it,
here
I'm
laying in
gonna-
You're
bed.
on my calendar, lady.
Put it
Right,
into
we gotta
my
put it in the
calendar
Damn right, I
now.
better be.
June 14th.
June 14th, Wildwood.
Okay. Well, I'll
Okay.
carpool. Hey, I'll be living in Lockport by then.
Well, hey, I also
Can you
sort of
see
live
it?
in Lockport.
Right
I know,
there.
you live
Wildwood.
No, I don't have
on
my
the way to
glasses.
Nate's.
It says Wildwood and.
Damn right.
See? Made my
That's
calendar.
All right,
Okay.
y'all. It is time for me to re-up on my drugs and go to bed.
Feel better.
Sounds like a glorious time.
You do that, and we're just
Mhm.
gonna still make shenanigans. I'm
I
gonna ask
love that for you.
you questions. I love you.
Mm.
Love you.
Feel better.
Feel better.
Yeah.
Bye. Feel better.
Ah. So we should have probably like introduced her as like, hey, she does makeup for Deathwalker, and she's really good at what she
Yeah.
does.
I didn't know she worked for
We
Death
didn't even
Walker.
talk.
Yeah, she does all of the makeup for the reenactments and the filming for Death Walker.
That's cool.
Technically, me and Nate work for it too. We didn't say that either.
These two goobers are the film crew for Death Walker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of cool sometimes.
I've always wanted to meet Nick, and like I saw that he was coming to Pennhurst, but of course I'm not going to it this year. So I'm like, all right, like, see him some other time.
Mm. We like Nick.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
he's okay.
Oh, I love Nick. Don't you dare. Nick and Tessa are amazing. Except I did film with them. I don't know if you guys were there or not. And
I
Angela,
was not that day.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Did you freeze?
Angela
She
made
did.
me into. It said, what did it say? Evil spirit.
Oh,
She
we
made
might
me
have to
into-
like
Yeah.
re-up
Alex
that.
helped part of
Wars,
that.
it was crazy. After filming, Nick goes to the bar looking like that, and I'm like, no. Him and Dan both.
keeps cutting out.
We're gonna
So
start
the
calling her
story
Elsa.
is-
About looking like that.
The story is they dressed her up as a devil in makeup and then took her to a bar.
Yeah, well, they wanted to. I didn't get to go to the bar. I think I keep freezing, but that's okay.
You
You
do.
did.
That's why we're trying to fill in the gaps.
That's why I'm shutting the computer. If anybody does the chat, oh well. Somebody else watch it now.
I know. I've been trying to log on, but I can't.
Well,
On
it just keeps
myself.
making it freeze. Well, and I'm notorious for weird, crazy faces, so that works. I'm okay.
True.
Okay, so I'll ask a random paranormal question.
Okay.
For people that are watching for paranormal stuff. Okay, first, everybody tell me, I feel like I'm playing a game. Everybody tell me your favorite location, and then the scariest thing that happened to you.
You already know the scariest thing that happened to me.
Well, make up another one.
She ran out of the building.
Literally.
Okay, then Haley, you can go last, and everybody else can go.
Yeah. Now we
You
gotta.
start, Ashley.
Yeah, you start.
Well, this is my podcast. Everybody knows I'm
It's
I
our
don't.
podcast.
it's our podcast. But everybody knows. I mean, my scare. Well,
Yeah, maybe
I don't
everyone
know.
doesn't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think you do. No, my scariest would probably be
I think I do.
my kid is playing Minecraft and screaming at it. I can hear him in the background. Oh gosh, it's a toss-up between two different locations, either Old South Pittsburgh or Hinsdale. So Hinsdale was my very first investigation ever, and I was
Oh,
with
wow.
some of my friends, and it was a show on Paraflix, and there was a partial possession, and we had to have that handled. And I swore I was never going back, and I think I've been back like 6 times.
Mm.
And the other one was Old South Pittsburgh, and I was with Christy Grissom, who is an amazing, incredible medium. And we were down by the pharmacy, down this long like corridor, if anybody's ever been there. And we hear what sounds like a couch slide across the floor, but there's nothing there. And Christy looks up, and she just says, "Run." And I believed her, so I ran. And I ran my happy self all the way down the hallway, and so did she. And we stopped halfway, laughing because we didn't understand why we were running. And when we stopped, we heard like boots chasing us.
Uh,
And I was like, okay. And I ended up running out of the building too, Kayla, if that makes you feel better. And David Taylor came and saved me and Christy. And we went back in, and then we yelled at it for scaring us. That's it.
We did go back up to the place where that thing crawled at me to see if it would happen again. So I mean that's fair.
That is fair. We did do that.
But yeah, I would have ran.
Yeah, when you see anything crawling at you in a weird, creepy fashion, like
I'm out.
it reminds me of like the toddlers that like crawl. It's weird. I don't know.
Mm-mm. It's not fun.
That's horror movie level stuff right there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now one of you guys can go.
Well, I would say, and they could probably guess the 2 places that I would be thinking of because he was there for both of them. But it would be a toss-up between Genesee Falls Inn
That's mine. Yeah.
and Hillview Manor.
I've never been to either one of them.
I say it's a toss-up because they're both obviously very, very active locations, and we had some experiences at both. But Hillview was interesting mainly for the things we heard when we were not in the room. So at one point we all went into this cafeteria area that had a piano in there. And we were in that room and nothing was really happening. So we decided to walk out and down a hallway. Well, we get down this hallway and we're all sitting down. We hear what sounds like a piano note play and then a chair get like ripped across the floor. We for sure thought it was like an actual person messing with us. So we all ran to the downstairs front area where the night person who was watching the place while we were there was sitting. And we asked them, like, is there someone else in this building that, we didn't see or something? And they were like, no, we have cameras everywhere. There's no one in the building. So that experience was amazing. Genesee Falls Inn, I'll let Nate take over on that one.
Yeah,
that place was just amazing.
That's my favorite place, I think, and I've only ever been one time, and it left that big of an impact. And it's not a place like a lot of people know about and like heard about, so like more people should go there. But in the span of an hour, we were in the basement, and we kept hearing little pitter patters running above the hallway above us. And all of a sudden, we were doing EVP, and we got off the EVP, and like we have a clip of it somewhere. I tell Tom, well, let's stop this and we'll listen. So I stopped the recorder, and at the same time, you hear audibly a little kid giggle. Tom swears it was down in the basement with us. I swear it was at the top of the stairs at the basement. But it's one of those things that like you don't ever expect to hear. You'll hear stuff on EVPs and stuff, but not like audibly out loud. But like the goosebumps I had in that moment were the crazy, that like, unnerving.
Yeah, and like that place was so good that we actually got Nick to go there.
Yeah.
And there's an episode of Deathwalker, a two-part episode
yeah.
of Genesee Falls Inn. And
crazy
That's not story.
Even... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, crazy story about that whole thing is, I was meeting Nick there to film interviews with him of the lady who's the caretaker there, and I'm driving down to if no one knows where it is, it's outside of Letchworth State Park in New York. It's like right on the border of the park. So I'm driving down there, and I came across this guy who had been hit by a truck on a bike, and he was like mangled in the bike. So lots of police everywhere. I got delayed getting there. So finally get around it and everything, and I get to Genesee Falls Inn, and Nick wasn't there yet. So I knew I was late. So I tried calling him, I didn't get an answer. So I called Dan, and he's like, all right, let me try to get a hold of him and see where he is. He couldn't get a hold of him. About like an hour and a half later, Nick shows up. Craziest story ever. Him and Justin came across a guy that had crashed into a ditch in his truck. He had a medical emergency, and Nick actually had to rip him out of the truck. And they have it it's on video too. So we incorporated all that into that episode. So
didn't Nick like practically save his life? Didn't he like do CPR or something like that too? I thought
somebody... Not CPR, but he got him out of the truck because the guy was like pinned in there.
Oh.
So he like ripped the door open, and then they him and Justin pulled him out. But like just to be able to incorporate all of that into this, the whole episode, and the fact that we were both heading to the same place at like all at the same time in two different areas away from Genesee Falls Inn, and to have those experiences were kind of wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fun episode. I played myself in that. Yeah.
I like way to drop that.
I was like, well, yeah, I guess, no one played me, I played myself.
Yeah. Ryan?
So other than Crescent, I would say probably the Warren Occult Museum when we were there. And it was the first time we walked in and met Annabelle, and I look at her and I kind of like turned around to walk, and I was saying like my throat's tight, like it feels like I had like a hand around my throat or something. So I take like a couple more steps and I'm standing in front of the Sandy Hook satanic idol. And Wade goes like, so how do you like feel? He's like asking Nick and I, and it's on we weren't filming, but Rob was doing a live. So it is on film and we have it on the episode. And I'm like, that's when I kind of mentioned again, I'm like, my throat's still tight. I'm like, that's weird. And the next thing I know, I get like tunnel vision and I come to when I'm outside of the museum and Wade's rubbing holy water on me.
Oh.
And what had happened was they said my eyes went like black, like lost all the color, and I walked out. And then when I got outside, I almost fell over, but they sat me down, and Wade called it like not like a demonic attachment, but like an attack, basically, where it just drains all your energy.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Wild.
Okay, so I was excited that Annabelle was coming to Rock Island, but now so are you okay? So good. Are you gonna go see her again at
Oh
the
yeah,
con?
yeah. That experience made me even more interested in all of the different things and ways that I guess entities can affect people.
Yeah, and it's crazy you say that because I have a friend who was at an event that Annabelle was at, and somebody, I don't know if it was somebody like handling her, but someone was like, "Don't stare in her eyes." And I guess he went up and was like, "Oh, okay," and like stared in her eyes. And when he walked away, he said he was completely blind for like 5 minutes, and he was like, "Oh my God." And he said it was just darkness and he couldn't see anything. And it took like a couple minutes for it to come back. And he was like, after that, I wouldn't even go near her.
Yeah, and that's what I did as I looked her in the eyes. And but it was funny because at the Warrens Paracon a couple months before, I had met her, and it was a completely different feeling from when we met her at the Paracon and then when we were actually in the museum.
Really?
Yeah, I know like they were telling me that they do a ton of work with the items before the Paracons and all that to really like subdue it. And they still do work with them in the museum, but it's a lot less than when they bring it out into the public.
Which is probably a good thing because there are a lot of people that are like, "Oh, that's fake," and they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Just like what's Robert the Doll. I've never seen Robert the Doll or Annabelle. I was excited, but now I'm a little nervous.
And another thing that was crazy was she's a lot bigger in person. Like,
really?
Yeah. She's like probably like 4 feet tall.
What?
It is a big Raggedy Ann doll. That's what I said. I was expecting like a doll like this or something.
Yeah.
But like if she was standing up, she'd be like right here.
Okay, that's creepy.
Wow.
I was just thinking, I'm like, now I'm imagining this Raggedy Ann doll chasing me down a hall, and I'm like,
That place is really cool though. If you guys ever get the chance or are invited to like actually get to the museum, definitely do it. Like the Shadow Doll,
That's
I know that
always
they'll bring the Shadow Doll, they'll bring the idol, the Fire Doll, Annabelle. I'm trying to think. They'll probably bring the African fertility dolls too. Those were creepy.
See, I think that stuff is so cool. There was a place in Gettysburg that I had gone. I forget, it was Madame Something's museum. And they have a doll, like, it's an old house, and you know, like the old like cutouts that would open, and it's just like a little baby closet. They
Mhm.
have a doll in there, and they said that if you stare at the doll and you see yourself, like if the doll forms to look like you, that she likes you. But if you stare at her and she doesn't like you. And they have had people go in and like stare at her, and it didn't change. And they like, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but they like were deceased on their way home in a car accident. And they were talking about how all this like terrible stuff was happening to these people, like life-changing things. And then they go, "Do you want to look at the doll?" I'm like, "Hell no."
I'm good.
No. I'm like,
Nah.
knowing my luck, that little thing's not gonna like me.
Mm-mm.
And I had a 6-hour drive by myself, so I wasn't doing all that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
No.
what we should say is we should, for people watching, when is this Rock Island happening?
Oh yes. Okay. So Rock
Last
Island
time.
is
Hey,
good segue, right? So Rock Island is October 4th and 5th, right? That's the Friday and Saturday.
I don't
And
know.
it is in Rock Island, Illinois. I always say Iowa, but that's wrong because Kayla and I stayed in Iowa.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that are going to be there. I mean, Realm of Darkness, Haunted Travels, Ryan and his team with Paranormal Theory are going to be there.
all right.
We've got, I think Patty Negri is going to be there. I mean, there's just
Annabelle.
so many.
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Annabelle's going to be there, yes.
Isn't this only their second year doing it too?
No, this is their 3rd year.
Oh, it's their. Oh yeah, because we didn't go last year. We went.
Yeah,
The
I believe
first
it's
year.
their 3rd year. And I mean, the first, for anybody looking for a crazy, busy, awesome Paracon, Rock Island is it. I mean, Kayla and I think it was
It
the
was
first
so
year.
fun. Yeah, we went the first year.
There were so many vendors, and everyone was super sweet and really kind. There were vendors all over the place because the place is so big.
There's a
amount
food
of-
truck.
Oh,
The food truck was good.
Really, really good.
Really good. The amount of people that came through was insane. It was busy all day long. There were speakers, there were readings, there were literally anything and everything you could think of was there. And
Yeah.
that was the first year, and it was so much fun. They had the coffee. They're great people.
I know what you're talking about too.
And they're
Something happy hour.
Yes, Haunted Happy Hour. Yes. Their coffee is great. I mean,
sounds exciting.
yeah. So there's a lot of different events coming up. There's the Gettysburg Bash, which I think we're gonna go to. There's
That's what, July, right?
July 25th and 26th. Tom and I, hopefully some of you guys are going, have Grand Midway Hotel next week. So that will be fun.
Awesome location.
Oh, I've never been there.
Oh, it's so good.
Ugh. And they said that they have like the Titanic stuff gonna be there. Is that always there, or are they?
Yeah, so the Grand Midway has ties to the Titanic. And it's the whole town of Windber. Basically, all the coal that the Titanic used, like to obviously, like at that time they used coal to use the engines. That's all from that town.
Oh wow!
And there's like a big bar in there, and I could be wrong, but originally when they built the Titanic and furnished it, that was the original bar on the ship. And then before it took its voyage, they switched out the bar.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm excited because we're going to actually be there as Realm of Darkness. So we're going to be like interviewing people and streaming. And then I think we're actually streaming the investigation at night too. So
Yeah, check out the canopy room.
Oh, so we have this is going to be really funny. So we have the room with the bunks and
the werewolf room.
Maybe. But
Yeah,
I had a lot of
that's where
in it,
Nick and I stayed in the werewolf room, and it was funny because I think it is the only room with the bunk bed, so you definitely are in the werewolf room. and he laid on the bottom bunk, and I go to jump up onto the top one, and he's like, if you jump up there, he's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm like, why? And I look, and it's like just this 2x4 that's just has like a single nail in it. It's gonna look like Step Brothers when the bed's collapsed.
Great, because that's the room Tom and I have right now, and I was already like, I don't see a ladder. How am I gonna get up there? And I was like, Tom, you're gonna have to throw me up there.
I'm just gonna heave you.
Nah, ain't no way I would trust those things. Nope.
Oh no.
Okay, looks like I'm sleeping on the floor.
I'm bringing an air mattress because I'm gonna.
They have a big bed in there in the main room.
I think that one's also for rent. So it's not for
Double
rent
it.
yet. Maybe somebody should rent that, and then we'll be. If not, and I'm trying to get these two to go, so we'll have all 4 bunks will be taken. Like freaking, it's gonna be like a little camp.
I'm not sleeping in that bunk.
Should I bring? You want me to bring a little baby air mattress for you?
You guys are gonna hear it all night long.
I have an air mattress I can bring too. We can just put some air mattress together.
I'll risk being on top. I don't mind if I fall.
Well, the last time I was
What
on a
about the
bunk-
person underneath you, though?
Yeah.
I'm not that heavy.
The last time I was in bunk beds, Jason took the ladder from me and I was stuck up there.
Anyone know Jason Baker? He is an amazing photographer out of, he's on the East Coast, and I absolutely love this man. And we were somewhere filming, and Kayla had the bunk, the top bunk, and Jason had the bottom, and she was up there, and she was like getting ready to come down. He took the ladder and moved it across the room, and she couldn't get down. It was a really high bunk. And I literally hear these 2 adults screaming at each other to let me down. And Jason, I'm not letting you down. Let me down.
But I feel like Nate would do that to me.
Well, then he was also like sticking his hand up the side of the bunk and like trying to grab my legs when I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, Jason, leave me alone.
I love him.
I'm pretty sure you guys yelled at us because we were just kept like messing around on the bunk beds.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're giggling like little schoolgirls. And we had to be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's because one of y'all like took a tumble off the very high bed or something.
Well, if you need a ladder to get into your king bed, and I fall off of it, I don't want to hear laughs. It happened. I couldn't get down. It was too big. Anyway, that's what she said. Anyway, with that being said, we're almost out of time. It was fun. Shut up, both of you guys.
Oh.
I'm coming into this with no plan and completely winging it, and we had all kinds of great guests tonight. Does anybody have anything final they want to say before I end it?
No, thanks for having me.
Are you going to the White Hill Mansion Paracon?
No, Larissa was just telling me about that. It's on my birthday.
Yeah, that's going to be good. And then what about
the
Creep
devil
It
has a
Real?
birthday?
The devil has a birthday. Well,
Everybody
probably.
was, yeah. It was the day I got kicked out of heaven.
Well,
That's the day she lost her wings.
Yeah. Because I'm an aggressive, lovely individual. Anyway.
I'm probably the only one that didn't. Was that like an inside joke?
it's just the way the day went.
I'll message you.
All right.
We'll do that off air. Anyways, no, I'm not doing White Hill. I'm kind of sad about that one. Yeah, Ryan, so what else do you have going on? Where can people come see you? Tell them about your YouTube. Tell them to come watch you guys.
So yeah, on YouTube, it's Paranormal Theory, same as Paraflix, and you will be able to see us at the White Hill Paracon May 3rd. And then I know we're doing the Ditto House, or not the Ditto House. Or was it the Creep It Real Festival or whatever? Is that
The
Ditto
DOS
House?
House.
DOS House, that was it.
Yep. That's a great location if you haven't been there.
Yeah, we're doing that Paracon, and then our next video, we're taking a little break right now, but it will be with Ryan Buell of Paranormal State, and the warrant items at the West Virginia State Penitentiary.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm excited for you guys. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really
if
cool.
anybody hasn't checked them out, do it because they're awesome people. Their content is awesome. I think you guys will like it. So go hit them up, follow them, subscribe, whatever you need to do. Click all the little buttons because they're good people.
All of them. All of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
Just
especially
like
that little bell that everyone forgets. And then they're like, I didn't know you posted a new video. Did you click the bell?
They're
No.
like, oh no.
Oh, I'm supposed to click the bell. I forgot.
Yeah, it's just there for decoration.
Yeah. I like that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Next week, we are going to be having Nick and Bree on from the State House. So we'll talk our experiences there and that location. And then the week after that, I haven't even told Tom, but we have someone from Ohio who has been looking into a unsolved cold case. And
Ooh.
they just reopened it. They just, I don't remember the word, but they just pulled the body out of the ground to start reinvestigating
They
it.
exhumed the body?
Yes.
And the
And it's
case is lukewarm now.
Yeah, it's probably ill. And it was a case that I kind of helped her on a little bit, reading the situation and giving her my thoughts and stuff. So that'll be an interesting show as well. But I love you guys. I hope everyone has a great night. And
Yes.
we'll see you next week.
Nice chatting with everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.